I receive a message from Gary V. Gary V says, BG, keep it moving. Like, what do you mean? I open TikTok and it just says your account has been removed.
You've worked so hard on something for 2 years and that gets taken away from you in one day.
After that happened, I was getting brand deals. Insane. I had less. I had like 100K on Instagram. I was making way more than I was making when I had 4.9 million. Yeah,
That's like a lesson for any creator.
Basel Gazioglu, welcome to the Call Podcast.
Thank you very much, Yasmin. It's very happy to be here.
So Basel, you are I'm going to call you a skit comedian.
Okay.
And an actor.
Okay.
Even though you say you're an aspiring actor, but I believe you are an established actor, right?
Thank you very much. And kind words.
How are you today?
I'm very good, Hamda. Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a little bit, I feel like I have this like hangover from talking too much. I feel like this whole week has just been like just
tell me about it. Yeah. Feel ya. Trust me. I know exactly what you mean. I love those days when I can just be quiet and enjoy solitude without anything. Sometimes I turn off the TV. I don't want to hear anybody. I don't want to hear anything.
I feel the same. I feel like when I've been talking so much, I need to like just go into isolation. Is that what you feel?
Yeah, like just bye-bye everyone.
Do you think it's a creative person's problem? Or is it like like what is it?
Yeah.
Let's analyze.
This question is really tough for me to analyze. I don't know, Wallah. I don't know. But I definitely always get these urges to have a break from everything and everyone.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's because maybe I overwork myself for the 1 week, 2 weeks, and then I need a break. But it's always only one day. And on holidays, it's too much for me.
Yeah.
Like after the second day of holiday, I'm like, okay, I want something to do.
Do you get tired from socializing with people, or do you get tired from like work? What's the thing that drains your energy?
I think it's so I'll give you an example. It's an event.
Yeah.
If I'm going to an event and there's a bunch of people there that I know from social media or friends or whatever, and I just have to entertain and communicate and go here and there and not be rude to this person, that person, go around, say hi to that person.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then after I do all of that, you'll always find me take a minute or two in a corner where I'm just by myself. And I take out my phone, act like I'm doing something, but just because like I need a break.
You just need to chill.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good.
Yeah, I'll go to the toilet, just sit down inside. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Go to the toilet to scream.
This is close the door, lock it.
So what's the thing that gives you energy? What's something that inspires you? I've seen your skits. You do a lot of content. You do a lot of it's things that are like kind of scripted in detail from what I see. What is the thing that inspires that for you?
I don't know if it's something but I really love watching myself. I know this is weird, but I love seeing myself.
That's a great answer, yeah.
Like when I did this TV show, I'm watching even just the promos or the trailer, and I'm just looking at myself. I'm like, I love watching it. I love myself creating something. My love for this whole thing started because when I was a child, I hated cartoons. I could never attach a real person's voice to moving objects, and my dad always thought there's something wrong with me because I couldn't never relate to it. But one day, I saw Jackie Chan.
Okay.
And that's when everything started for me. It's because he wasn't this fighter who, like, you can't beat him or anything. No, he would fight in a very comedic way. He'd get hit.
And he had flaws. Like, I guess he wasn't that skilled.
Exactly, right? Like, oh yeah, he can do a lot of stuff, but he gets knocked down, right? He gets back up and all of that. So I fell in love with how he can give me what I feel through a screen.
Right. Okay.
Then, movies, right? Like you watch movies, sad movies, good movies, funny movies, and I can't believe that I can feel those things through a screen. So when I see myself on the screen, I'm just like so proud. I'm just like, I want to do more.
Amazing. So I was gonna ask you, like, what is something someone should know about your childhood to understand the comedy that you do now? Is there something like what should we know?
I used to make much older people laugh.
Really?
And that's where I knew.
And that's a tough one, by the way.
Yeah, when you're a kid, you don't laugh. If the kid's telling you a joke, you don't. No,
and when you're a kid, you're not funny to adults.
Right? But I was.
And
I loved it. I loved how it would make them all laugh, and it was something that was natural without knowing that I'm doing it.
Okay.
Until I was older to become more aware of how I'm doing. What ingredients am I doing here or using that is making people laugh this much?
Did you analyze that? Had you like gone back and reflected of what those ingredients were?
No, I kind of figured them out along the way, you know. I was like, okay, when I talk like that, when I use this voice, or when I'm سريع البديهة بيسموها, and I still can't find out what that means in English.
Quick-witted?
I guess that's what it is, right? Like you're just on your,
when you're on it. Yeah,
like right there, ta, 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 ta. So
yeah.
it's just natural, right? And I realized I'm good at that, and I would use it in scripting.
Oh, that's really good. But you know, scripting is a little bit different because you have to sit and like make something make sense in terms of like your wit can say something, but then on paper can be something, and then
exactly, you have to try it out. Yeah, you have to try it out. So when I would write a script or I have an idea, I'd act as that one of the people, and then I'd say those lines out.
Yeah.
And whatever I would reply to myself is something that I would use or not use, and oh no, not that, or I'd put something then change it later.
Yeah.
But it's a process.
Take us through how it started for you. So you were funny. You knew that those like kind of traits were there, right? So that's how it started. But then going into writing, that's something a little bit different. It needs maybe some training or it needs some education. Did you ever go to film school or did you ever like do some tutorials? Just give us a little bit of what is the thing that taught you how to write or how to create something?
Okay, two things. One is, I know it's very weird, but I always put subtitles on.
Okay.
I read what I'm hearing. And that makes you way better at also writing. And it's just more, you process the
So
information.
early on, when you were watching the movies and everything and videos?
Always subtitles.
Always subtitles.
I always put subtitles. And even if I'm watching a movie on another platform or whatever, I'd always find English subtitles to read what I'm hearing.
And do you think that is the thing that helped you write scripts?
It's helped me write scripts and it helped me memorize scripts faster.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, when you write, you just kind of know what it is. So when I'm acting as one of the guys, I just know what I'm supposed to say. I know what the reaction of my other character is.
Okay.
Right? It's like that. And the second thing is I did go to acting school in London.
Okay.
London Met Film School. But that was kind of after my TikTok
oh, really?
jump, yeah.
Interesting. So you went to like regular school, I guess, right? High school. Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
I went to a Canadian school called AGS.
Yes.
Yeah.
And were you any good at school or were you one of those like, because a lot of creative people,
I wasn't academic. I wasn't like crazy.
Yeah.
But I wasn't good at literature and things like that. I was good at math and physics, surprisingly, a lot. That's why I went into engineering first. Oh. Because when you're the eldest son, you're not gonna go study acting in London, you know?
Yeah, how dare you?
I had to like earn my, I had to earn it, you know? But my dad, obviously, he is my number one fan. He supports me a lot. When he saw that I was doing these things, he said, okay, I think it's time for you to go to acting school.
Did you have to convince him? Because we know how Americans are.
He convinced me. I said, there's no need. I don't need to do it. He's like, you need to do this. You need to learn how to act with other people. You need to learn how to do scripts that you're not the one writing.
Wow.
And it was so helpful. It was one of my best experiences ever because I would go to work from 9 to 6 and then I'd go to school from 7 to 10. It was at night.
Yeah.
For like a year.
That must have been a lot of pressure off your shoulders though. Like having a family, like having your dad accept that, that must have been good, right?
Yeah. Also, when I started convincing him to be in some of my videos.
He was like, Ewa.
After the first 2-3 videos, he's like, okay, what's the next idea? What are we doing next? Yeah. So every time I go to Abu Dhabi, there's always a filming session. Yeah. With me and him. Yeah. He likes it too.
Amazing. Yeah. So that's really cool. So after school, you decided to take on TikTok. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. But then what happened in TikTok? I don't know. Was it like I don't know where I heard or somebody told me that you're not on TikTok anymore?
No, I got banned.
Yeah, so what happened there? Tell us a little bit of how and why you got banned.
Okay. Why? That's still a question that is unanswered. It's been answered 7 different ways by different people. And I would hear answers from my fellow creators because when they would go to the offices, they'd ask their handlers. Okay. And I've heard a bunch of different answers, honestly. Okay. How it was very funny story actually.
Wait, first we have to know how many numbers or whatever, but how many followers did you have?
I had 4.9 million.
Okay, that's a lot. So 4.9 million. Cool.
In 2 years, by the way.
In 2 years.
Yeah.
From content, from like skits and from the like
factual videos and
factual
stuff.
video, the similar to the videos you do now on Instagram.
Yes.
Okay, so then you did this. You built your following in 2 years, just being. Tell us how you did that.
I found out on Instagram I would see videos with the TikTok watermark, and then I downloaded the app to see what TikTok is about.
Okay.
And honestly, I saw the silliest stuff ever. I couldn't believe what I'm watching, and I couldn't believe I kept rewatching it.
Yeah.
I just noticed like, hey, let me give this a try.
Yeah.
Let me have a go at this. And I started a bunch of stupid stuff I was doing. You know, I wasn't really doing skits at that time. I was creating like meme videos.
Okay.
And I realized that's not my thing. It's kind of, you figure it out along the way. I said, there's something I need to do here to make people rewatch this video, because that's what any algorithm is about. If this one user keeps rewatching your video, it's striking the algorithm as this is rewatchable, people like this.
Right.
So I came up with a way to, it was called Did You Even Know?
Okay.
It was a series called Did You Even Know?
Okay.
And it was basically today years old facts.
And was it funny?
Hilarious the way I did it.
Okay.
And I would speak so fast that your brain would process the information quickly, but I didn't give it enough time to process everything. So
Okay.
you'd rewatch it and rewatch it and rewatch it. And I'd make a part 2, make a part 3, part 4. So this is where it all started. When that happened, I knew I have the base to insert some skits in there and see how people react. So skits weren't doing as well.
Okay.
People had to grow to it.
Do you think it's because people were not that smart?
I don't want to say people are stupid, but yeah,
No, I'm saying
there's
like,
some
why do you
imbeciles
think?
out there.
I'm saying, why do you think people reacted better to the first type of videos rather than the? Why do they react better to the Did You Even Know rather than the longer
I think,
skit stuff?
yeah, I think they got used to me just speaking facts all the time and talking that way and being rageful.
Okay.
And then out of nowhere, he's acting as a cop and he's acting as a doctor.
Oh.
It was kind of like for them to
Off-brand.
take it in. Yeah, so it took time for some people to get around that, and those kids got newer people.
Got it.
And
Okay.
it just mixed them up. I
Just
just
mixed them.
jumbled it up. There's 4.9 million of them just there. And then
That's
TikTok
amazing.
took that away from me. It was November last year, 2022.
Like, how angry were you?
صراحة شوفي, I was at the mall with my sister
Uh-huh.
and we just came out of a movie. I'm eating food and I receive a message from Gary V.
Okay.
Gary V says, BG, keep it moving. Basel Gazioglu, keep it moving.
Okay.
Heck, out of the blue. I know Gary, I follow him. I never thought, why would he message
No,
me?
but had you guys had a conversation before?
Never spoken, never nothing. I watched him, but I didn't know he was,
Following you.
yeah.
Okay.
So what happened was 5 minutes after I read this message, I receive a message from one of my other friends says, where's your TikTok? Like, what do you mean? I opened TikTok and it just says your account has been removed for community violations.
Okay. And had you done anything political, religious?
هلا I don't do anything religious.
Okay.
I never touch religion and I never touch politics in terms of actual politics, but I do political satire.
Okay.
You know, I do a lot of satire stuff. I stitch videos of other people.
Yep.
Sometimes those videos can apparently come out as bullying.
Yes.
For example, if you are talking, like one of the videos was a girl and a guy, and she just came close to the camera and she's like, alpha, I don't
Yeah.
know what. But she had yellow teeth.
Okay.
And it's just a fact. So I stitched this video and I was like giving her white toothpaste with a toothbrush.
Okay.
That's apparently bullying. But there is like 100,000 other people doing the same
But this
thing.
is what I don't understand, because I've seen the amount of people who stitch videos, and I'm on TikTok too.
Yeah,
like I
yeah.
watch it all the time. But the fact that they like picked you in particular, or like the fact that somebody had maybe reported you, do you
Yeah,
think it
I
was
think-
something?
Definitely targeted.
I was gonna
I can
say,
tell you that.
yeah.
For sure. But also at that time, still till now, TikTok office is relatively new, if you think about it. It's not as old as Meta and not the same experience.
Yeah.
They also have people coming in and out, employees in and out. So I can't blame the individuals in the office as well. They're relatively new. They didn't know how to do whatever they did. And
But it wasn't them, right? It was somebody who is a viewer.
it can be a viewer, but one viewer reporting you doesn't really
Okay.
affect you, right?
Yep.
It's the office. Someone in the office did something and removed me.
Okay.
And they couldn't get my account back. So let's say you're banned twist your ear, stop doing that. Here's your account back.
Yep.
No. And they couldn't give it back.
Okay.
So then I wanted my videos.
Right.
Because there was a lot of videos I filmed on the app.
Yeah.
More than 3,000.
Oh my God.
All that is gone. And I asked, can I please just have my videos? Yeah, we'll do our best to get your videos. And then one of my friends like, yo, listen, bro. If they can't get your account back, they can't get your videos. Because if they can get your videos, they can get your account back.
Do you ever think of hacking your own account and getting it back?
I spoke to a hacker in China, actually.
No way.
I did, yeah. And he said that your account was deleted, not banned.
Damn.
And that guy was asking some questions.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
asked me, like, what phone were you using? Give me the IMEI number, serial.
Okay,
I
so
don't know
he was
what.
doing his job.
He was doing some crazy stuff
Yeah.
down there, okay? But he's like, yo, I can't do anything. I've never seen this happen before. It's a deleted account. It's
Oh
just
my God.
terminated. I'm like,
What?
man, relax, man. What did I do? You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. So did you ever find out?
Not who did it or what the reason was exactly, but from the people are saying it was apparently bullying. One of them said you had 7 violations. Where are these?
But
7
don't
violations?
they give you don't they give you warnings before?
That's what I was asking for.
Yeah.
Where are my warnings? Because I created a new account after that.
Right.
It's called X Basel Gazioglu.
Okay.
And I was just saying, hey guys, I got banned. I'm not on here anymore. Follow me on YouTube or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That gets a community violation, and I get an account warning on a new account. It says account warning under my username. I
Okay,
was like,
so somebody is like,
where is this? Okay, you're
Someone's
targeting me,
actually-
sure.
yeah.
But where's my account warning on my first account?
where are my rights?
Yeah, you
where
know?
are my TikTok rights?
But you live and you learn, and doors close, others open.
I mean, that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, when you've worked so hard on something
Mm.
for 2 years and that gets taken away from you in one day, like, what is the feeling behind that? Like, what do you?
It's I always keep repeating in my head, people have it worse. Like people have had way worse stuff happen to them. For me to sit here and dwell on an account where, okay, I already have the base. People know me.
But there are 3,000 videos.
Yeah, I can recreate them.
Okay.
The creativity is still there.
Yeah.
It's okay to lose some.
Yeah.
It's not like it wasn't. That was my only sad part, but I got over it.
Do you think maybe it was a blessing in some way?
Yeah, 100% it was a blessing. Because after that happened, YouTube reached out, Instagram reached out.
Did they know about the violations, or had
Well,
they?
they
was someone-
probably found out, definitely.
right. But then, how did they know about you if they hadn't seen those videos?
Probably from Instagram.
Ah.
Me talking about it, and it was it became a thing. Basel Laughs got banned, right? Like when you're a top comedy creator for 2 years in a row, on your third,
Yeah.
people just know who you are.
Okay, so tell us then what happened afterwards. So YouTube reached out,
Yeah.
and then off the back of what happened, right? Oh well, you don't know. You
I don't know if it's about the back. They don't really say, but
They
they
don't say.
NDA'd me.
Okay.
So I knew it was some serious.
Yep.
Yeah. I've been trying not to say it so bad. I'm saying stuff instead.
It's
you know?
okay. This is my own podcast. You can say
okay.
whatever you want.
Okay, cool. They NDA'd me for 6 months.
Okay.
Exclusive videos. So obviously they cared. And the person who reached out already knew who I was and was following me. So she kind of knew. It's individuals, right?
But these are long form videos. YouTube is different than like TikTok.
No, they wanted shorts.
Oh, they wanted shorts. Okay.
Yeah, they're basically promoting shorts, right? At that time, they wanted shorts to be big. So
Okay.
they were bringing a lot of creators from TikTok and from Instagram to come through.
Okay.
And I was one of them.
And then did you get signed on with them for like as on a contract basis,
Yeah.
or how does that work?
It was a contract for 6 months, 80 videos.
Okay.
Yeah. Exclusive. Only for them. Like I can't repost it somewhere else until after a certain amount of time.
And YouTube pays, right? Like they pay. Do they pay?
Well, they have a
creators?
payment scheme.
They have a payment scheme, but depending on like views and stuff.
And yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
okay.
Yeah. And ads and things like that for sure.
That's amazing though, because
Yeah.
like just from what happened to like a new opportunity.
Yeah, I
that's like
know.
a lesson for any creator.
It was. A lot of people told me now we know that TikTok is just for exposure. It isn't
Yes.
a main entity anymore. Instagram is way better
Really?
as a main. Yeah, Instagram. After that happened, I was getting brand deals. Insane. I had less. I had like 100K on Instagram. I was making way more than I was making when I had 4.9 million.
Do you think this is because like brands take Instagram a little bit more seriously?
Way more seriously.
Yeah, I think.
Way more seriously. Again, TikTok is for exposure. So if a brand goes to TikTok, says, "Hey, guys, I want to do an ad," they go through market platform. They have a market thing going on in there, I think.
Yeah.
And they reach out to all these creators. The company only cares about the numbers. Show
Yeah.
me the engagement that happened.
Okay.
That's it. How many people engaged? what happened, all that stuff. But also TikTok depends on live, which I find very
That's
weird.
strange.
Yeah, it's like shahade. It's like you're begging for money.
100%.
And there are beggars on there, by the way.
all the time.
Yeah.
I always come across it. I'm like, what is happening in this
Yeah, I'd
video?
see like a child, and like a mom holding him. I was like, why
and like
would
cooking something
Yeah.
for like hours.
Or doing, have you ever seen the match thing they do where like
No.
a person is, whoever gets more money tells the other person what to do, like a dare.
Oh,
And then just people doing stupid stuff on there, like
This
have
is
an
some
egg, scrap an egg, yeah.
that is some Squid Game
Eating
shit. Like, that's very
an onion raw or something like that. I did that for 1-2 days and I was like, yo, this is not me.
you feel
This
like
is-
you're in some Twilight Zone, right?
Yeah, no way, I'm not down. 100%. And they would tell me, no, trust me, you would come back. Why would I do that? Also, why would I do that when you're taking 60% of the money I'm making?
Are they?
60%. Unless someone is making a lot, they make a personal deal with
But
them.
only for the lives, or even for like the actual content, like the videos, they still take 60%.
The videos, they don't pay for the videos.
No,
Only
I mean
me.
like for example, if you're a content creator on TikTok, in general, do they take? Is it like a percentage of a lump sum that they take of like, or how does it work? I don't even know how it
You
works.
only make money through lives on TikTok here
Oh,
in
you
MENA.
only okay.
Only. In the UK and the USA, you make also plus your views. Your views
Yeah.
you have a fund, which also was gone for me. Just one, I'm so stupid, I would not withdraw every month.
Yeah, okay.
I
Because you
just
wanted to
keep it.
accumulate.
Yeah, أنا okay يمكن يطرح لي شيء 5000 pound على الماشي هيك. I didn't even worry about the 5000. I was like, either give me that account back or my videos. That's all I wanted. And I got neither.
Oh my God. But hey, okay, you went on YouTube, right? So
Yeah.
what was that like experience like? What did you learn from there? Like, was there something, did you work with other creators?
We're in a group. We have a group on
okay.
Instagram with other creators that are on all platforms. And
Right.
YouTube has a completely different audience.
Okay.
Completely different people. Like
بحسهم محترمين شوي أكتر.
بكتير.
Right?
أول شيء محترمين كتير.
Yeah.
ثاني شيء they take time to express how they think and feel.
Yes.
Third thing, they don't want to just hate on you. If they have something against your video, they tell you.
Yeah.
They comment with paragraphs, and then it gives you a chance to have a dialogue with them, to reply, and
Mm-hmm.
On TikTok it was just like very savage kids.
Yeah.
I was like, where are your parents? So yeah, TikTok was just savage with the comments.
Yeah, no,
I never read them.
Good.
Just
Really
never
like it.
cared.
Like honestly, like it would give you mental health issues. Like I
Yeah.
always see the comments and I'm like, okay, this is not good.
Yeah, people just feel like they can just say everything and anything because they're behind their phones, and we just
This is the problem of our generation, by the way. I mean, this is an issue beyond like social media, I think. This hiding behind an account and saying whatever you want and then just feeling like you're good. Like you just go on
Yeah.
with your day.
Yeah.
Like what kind of people are these
Yeah,
people?
like imagine you're in the street and
That's what
they
I
would
always
not say
think.
that. And imagine you say that in the street and you just walk away, you'd feel weird. But when there's like no consequence behind
There's no
the keyboard.
consequence. You have no guilt. Okay, cool. So take us after YouTube. I guess that contract finished and you
Yeah,
went on
yeah.
with everything, and then you got some brand deals on Instagram. I
Yeah,
guess
you get
Instagram
apps
was
reach
still
out. Yeah. Instagram was just ongoing at the same time. Apps, brands, campaigns.
There's this like constant debate of what is the best social media platform to go on when you're first starting out as a content creator.
All
What
of
would you
them.
say?
You have to go all.
All?
You can't choose one anymore. We're not in a world where you choose one that's better than the other. You have to spread across all.
Even TikTok? Would you suggest people going? Yeah.
Yes. TikTok is still great for exposure. I mean, they begged me to come back, but I said no. It's principle for me. But if I was more level-headed, I should have went back. But now I'm too far in.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Now you're like,
Now I'm like,
what?
nah, and I had
I'm
a
better
plan,
than you.
like I had a plan. I'm gonna collab with the TikTokers so they can put the videos on their accounts and people can wonder where I am. And I was like creating this whole
Yeah, this whole strategy.
wave of and it did work in the beginning where PR,
Yeah.
come here, tell us why, come here, tell us why, come here, tell us why. I'm like, yeah, I'm here, yeah, let's do it.
Okay, but then you didn't feel like it kind of helped you, or
It's just like a little push,
yeah.
but also it made me. It's like vent. I vented.
Yeah. It was like
Let
an
it
event.
out. Yeah, I steamed it out, and then khalas. Now it's all good.
So, I just want to know because you told me about the Gary Vee message and then we didn't continue that. I just want to know what did he said.
Just BG, keep it moving. Like just keep it going.
Did you reply?
No, I was like, yeah, no. Obviously, I said thank you very much. Means a lot to me. But like,
Yeah.
I have to act like.
But it's you didn't even know what had happened in that moment he messaged you.
No, the thing is, I don't think he knew. I think it was a coincidence, and that's why I thought it was hilarious that this guy found he's found my videos on Instagram. It has nothing to do with TikTok.
On the same day?
Like it was 5 minutes before I got banned.
That's so weird.
So he's messaging me, just telling me, keep it going.
Do you think he banned you?
I don't know. I don't imagine it just, yo, keep it going.
Yeah.
You're gone. But
No.
it was a mess. It was like the universe telling me, whatever, bro. It's all good.
Just keep
it going. Like Gary Vee saying, keep it moving. Keep it moving.
100%.
So I kept it moving. And then he messaged me 2 days later with a video saying, I want to send you some stuff, like gifts and goodies.
Okay.
Where do you live? What's your address? So I was like, okay, cool. This guy's video messaging me. Yeah, of course I'm going to tell him. And I'm acting all tough. I'm like, yeah, my house is here and there. Yeah, you can do that. Thank you very much, Gary.
Thank you. Just a tear.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Gary. Yo, guys, Gary.
Yeah.
It's all good.
That's amazing. That's awesome. Did you ever meet him?
Never. And I inshallah one day. Inshallah one day. I mean, without him, none of this whole thing would have started.
Yeah, no, he's amazing. I met him actually a couple of, I interviewed him and he's, you know, the energy that he has on screen.
Yeah.
It's like when you see him talk, it's exactly that.
same?
It's exactly, but the thing is when he's like, I guess before the interview and everything, he's just a bit like a little bit chill. He's, I guess, anchoring himself and everything. But like during, it's like Gary Vee all
Can't
the
even
way.
imagine.
It's awesome. Okay, so then tell us about you went Instagram. You, خلاص, everyone knows you now by this point, right? What did acting school teach you? You think?
Acting school taught me exactly what I thought it would teach me, which is how to act with other people.
Okay.
Right? Because it's different when you're in your own living room doing everything by yourself and imagining the other character, but now you can talk to them. It also taught me that how to act other people's writing. Not just my writing, right? Which is very important in this world. Can I take a script and can I read it? Can I understand it and then do it my way?
Yeah.
Right? And the third thing it taught me was, how can I explain? This is, okay. It taught me that there's a lot of talent inside of me, way more than I thought, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Is that because of it was the right mentors and instructors, or is that from you?
I think my teacher, Chrissy, she was just wonderful. She was amazing. She would tell me what's wrong and tell me what's not wrong and tell me how to do certain things. And because she knew how, it's basically, I was like a program that was, it's like a puzzle. I was a puzzle and she just put me together and she's like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It's the best
Isn't it?
experience I've ever done. I wanted to do the whole thing again. I've already done it, right? But that was how much I loved it.
Isn't it amazing how a teacher or a mentor can really bring something out in you?
Very important that, especially in acting or in art or any form of that, it's very important that the teacher knows how to deal with different human beings and different people. Because, not gonna lie, there was other students in there, and I just knew they're not good.
Yeah.
But I say that.
Yeah.
But she wouldn't. She would sit and try to find ways where they're good, find things that they're good at, and she would tell them straight up, like, don't do that.
Yeah.
That's not you.
Okay.
Like, do this, try that, try this. Okay, no, that's not good. Let's try this. She wouldn't give up. She would keep going. But in my head, I'd just be like, acting is something inside of you. It's either you can do it or you can't do it. And yeah, I just knew it was inside of me from
The
a very
thing
young
is with
age.
acting, I feel like acting requires a lot of vulnerability.
Yeah,
You really have to let go
yeah.
of your ego,
Everything.
everything.
It depends what you're doing, really, but you really need to just not be in your own head. You can't be in your own head. There's, that inside voice? No inside voice. This is it. Khalas. This is the character. Be this person. You're not you. You're that.
But that requires a lot of practice. Like, what did you do to get yourself there?
Wallah, يعني, other than watching a lot of movies and TV shows and reenacting them when I was young by myself in front of the mirror.
No, I mean, like, was there a practice in terms of you being an adult, like as an adult, being that vulnerable in front of a camera or acting? I feel like that also requires some kind of also letting go from your side in terms of, oh, how am I going to look when I do this? Am I going to look good? Am I going to sound good?
Yeah.
All these things. How do you get rid of them?
I just stopped caring.
Okay.
I just stopped caring. I'm like, it is what it is. I can't change certain things. Only the things that are in my control, I can change.
Okay.
So مثلا يعني a facial expression on some certain line, I can change those. I can do different ones. Or مثلا I'm reading a script, مثلا I'm practicing something at home, I'd look in front of the mirror and I'd say the line and I'd watch myself. How do I look when I'm saying this? No, that's not believable. let me try this, let me try that. And I had techniques. For example, if I had to be angry or if I had to be frustrated, I would do this thing where I'd pinch myself in areas that are sensitive.
Yeah.
And I'd keep going before, like obviously before it's time. And whatever, you know, you when I keep doing this, I get a feeling. It's like this anxious feeling or this like, what am I doing? Or like, you know, and all you gotta do is take that and you just transform it to anything you want.
Oh, wow. That's like a acting 101, like practice.
Yeah. Like if I wanted to like cry, I would do a lot of push-ups until I'm out of breath. Right? Or I'd look at a very bright light for a while.
Yeah.
I won't blink.
So there's like it's like a physical kind of feeling that you give yourself so that you can kind of transfer it.
It's like a jump start, right?
It's a jump start.
And then it just keeps going.
I love that. I did some improv class. I did some acting classes when I went to film school, and I did some acting classes in Australia.
Interesting, okay.
And I remember there was this one technique which I loved. It was so good. It was like, imagine yourself like encircled by the sun. Okay. And that warm feeling of the sun like hovering on top, like over you. And that feeling is supposed to give you like a feeling of confidence, power, whatever. So whenever you want to feel empowered, you imagine there's a sun hugging you.
Okay.
And then you go out and then you make eye contact for at least 2 seconds with each person that you see.
Yeah.
And I did it. And I swear to God, I felt like I was like the president of the world. I was just like, just looking at everyone. They're like, what's wrong with this girl? I'm like, I'm so empowered right now. So I really love that. There's this like, I don't know what are they called? Somatic.
I don't know what they're called. I just know how they're done.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
So someone who wants to get into acting, like after, because it's the acting is part, it's fun, right? It's the after that's a little bit difficult when you have to get an agent or you have to like find a work. How do you do that?
I still don't have an agent.
Yeah.
I just get reached out on Instagram. Also my networking. So the last TV show I did, one of my very good friends that I met last year, his name is Won Ho Chung.
Okay.
I don't know if you know him.
I have seen him on the Neom trailer.
Yeah, he's the Korean Vietnamese that was.
But he spoke Arabic, which was like
he
really
grew
threw
up
me
in
off.
Jordan.
No way.
He grew up in Jordan. He was born in Riyadh and he grew up in Jordan.
That's amazing.
He speaks more Arabic than me, by the way.
No way, but
I would ask him on the show, like, how do you say that? And he would tell me this, like, بيترجم لي.
I love that.
Yeah, he was amazing. So obviously through that, he brought me on with him. So it's also your networking, who you're networking. And when I went there, I went also there to network, to meet the line producers, the director, the crew.
So wait, you had gone to Saudi before? Did you to network? Just to network?
No.
Or?
This was the time when I went to Saudi. I said, okay, this would be a good opportunity for me to go do this show and network with the people that are making this show.
But who signed you onto the show in the beginning?
Wonho just brought me on. He told them I want to bring Basel. It's basically a celebrity and a partner. And he's like, yo, come through. And I was like, definitely, I'm going. He's like, by the way, we might be there for a month and a bit.
You're
in the
like,
middle of the
"Hell
desert. I was like, let's do it. I was up at 5 a.m. every day.
Wow.
Doing my morning routines. It was a lovely, lovely time.
It looks good. I mean, the trailer looked amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And it gets better because I get way more airtime. I kind of like take it by my own hands because it's a challenge show. So if you don't win, you don't get airtime.
What was this? Can you tell us what the show was about?
Yeah, of course. It's out now already. It's 2 episodes in. It's a reality / challenge TV show. So every episode, you'll have people who get eliminated.
Okay.
There's 13 teams. I believe it was 14, which is a celebrity and a partner. And most of them were actually Saudi celebrities.
Okay. Which
I met for the first time. Lovely people, amazing people. And you live in a trailer in the middle of the desert. Each one has a trailer. So we were in our faces a lot of times. Like, every day I'm seeing this person seeing me. And so yeah, every episode there's challenges that you have to do. They split us into 2 teams. We play. The 2 at the bottom go to the red zone. And then one of them gets eliminated. There's also a voting phase in there.
Okay. This was all located in Neom.
Yes, like
Neom
about
compound?
30 kilometers off of the coast.
Okay.
Like close to Tabuk.
How is that? Like everyone talks about Neom, but I have no clue.
I haven't really seen Neom itself, but where I was in that desert, like about 40 kilometers away from Tabuk, which is the city.
Tabuk, yep.
I can't even explain how amazing it is. I mean, it's different than going to a
vibe.
beach and things like that. It's in the middle of the desert, but it was so beautiful.
Where did you sleep? Like, did you guys have?
I slept in a trailer. I had a cot on wheels.
like full on like actor vibes.
Yeah, I don't know if their trailer is that good. My trailer was pretty okay, I would say. I don't want to complain about my trailer, but
Yeah.
it could have used more heaters. But
Okay. No, in the desert? Oh my God. Because I go to
desert
Wadi Ram.
cold.
When I go to Wadi Ram, it's really
that is
crazy.
It goes into your bones and
It's
it doesn't come
literally-
out. It just stays in there.
It's
you
like
know?
the urban legend, like, Bladam, and then actually, like, it's true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in there, and it's like you're not shivering from outside. You're inside and just like
Your inside
it's
is
so
like,
cold.
yeah.
But it's part of the life. You're there. You deal with it. I never complained. Alhamdulillah. I also had a strategy. I said, be the easiest to work with.
That's
That's how they remember
a
you.
great tip.
Right? Like be the easiest to, like, they tell me 7:15 makeup room, and at 7:10 I'm in the makeup room.
Yeah.
And I just sit there. No one is there. No one's there. Sometimes the staff is late.
By the way, that is the most important thing. Be easy to work with
Yeah.
and just be on time.
Always. That's literally what my key. I never complain. They tell me wear this, wear that. Yeah, I'm wearing this. I'm wearing that. Sometimes they say wear whatever you want. I wear whatever I want. I go, is this okay? This is okay.
Yeah.
Go sit there. Go do that. Yes. Never any problems. You have people saying it's too hot. Oh my God, it's too cold.
You never want to be the diva. Like everyone says, oh, like, yeah, you should give that kind of air about yourself of that.
Yeah.
It's not true.
No.
They can replace you in 2 seconds.
Exactly. And if you want more jobs with them later, they'll remember you. Be like, bring them. He was easy to work with. He's on time. He's a lovely person. That's the whole thing you want to do, especially and we have to be professional.
100%.
It's all about being professional. Like, you can't complain. This is what you signed on for.
Yeah. Did you have to memorize any lines?
Not really. It was a lot of improvisation, a lot. And I don't like to say this, but maybe for a lot it was reality. For me, it was a whole role. Like I came in and I had a whole role in my head. It's like, okay, this is the character. The character is a quiet, chill, can't lose, sore loser, underdog. Keeps winning. Like I had a whole thing going on, and there was episodes where I'm eyeballing it, like crying because someone left.
Oh my God. That's
Yeah,
amazing.
and then I had one of the people say to me like, because they didn't know, and one of the people in the crew said, "Are you okay?"
Yeah.
I said, because what happened was they said cut. I was like, okay, cool, talk. Can I have one water, please? And I would get on my phone. And they're like, whoa, come okay, are you okay? And I said, yeah, I'm fine. And he's a psycho.
Yeah.
She literally called me a psycho. I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm fine. Whatever. She's like, what was all that? I was like, it's the art of acting. يعني كمان بدنا نعمل emotion وdrama للشيء. I'm still on my phone. She's like, انت psycho.
Oh, she didn't
One
have-
guy heard that.
Yeah.
He was, I don't want to say his name, one of the people with us.
Actor or production?
I can't.
Okay, we can't.
I mean, one of them.
Okay.
One of them. like انت بتبيع مشاعرك. I'm like, شو عم ببيع مشاعرك؟
What is that? Is that
قلت له وين المصاري طيب؟ دفع لي على المشاعر.
لا, but also, why is that? It's not an insult. I mean, is that? It's a
إنه
weird.
أنت بتبيع مشاعرك إنه you didn't actually cry. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Okay, but like, hey, if it works, right? It's a creative choice.
I mean, let the people think I'm being mashari. No, I was eyeballing it, and a guy crying on my shoulder. Like, it was a whole scene. The camera's right in front of me, and I can see the camera. Like, okay, cry more. And
Imagine. So, did a director or anybody ever say like, tone it down? Don't cry.
No.
They just thought it was you.
It's the moment, right?
Yeah.
I can feel the moment. There's other people obviously also crying and tearing, whatever. I would just know when to, like, there was little actions that I would think, okay, this is the action I'm gonna do now. Actually, there was a couple times where I would do something, and the director would want a close up of it because he didn't expect it coming.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, okay, no, عيدة نفسها بالضبط هيك. Oh, جيب الرونن. Ronin is the camera that you run in with, basically.
Oh wow.
So there was a lot of moments like that. And the greatest message I've ever received was from the director himself telling me, thank you for your professionalism. You were amazing.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
And then there was the script director. He also said, thank you very much for, you were very professional ethically and mentally and, all of that. So it's all good for me to hear.
That's amazing. I mean, I want to package that into a little, maybe top 3 tips for people who are aspiring actors who want to get into the same business as you. And they don't know. I mean, you just said, so professionalism is very important.
Very.
I would say confidence too, though, right?
Akid. No, confidence is part of it. If you don't have confidence, then how are you gonna get anywhere? It's a very tough world out there, especially this industry.
Cutthroat.
It's very tough. Okay, your feelings gonna be hurt, but you gotta keep going. You just gotta understand. There's different people. There's different characters that you're working with. And a director you get on this show can be a different. There you might get a different director on another show where he's very angry, very strict. It depends on the people, right? You just have to be there. You have to be adaptable.
Actually, I want to ask about that constructive criticism, but first I want to do the first top 3 tips.
Okay.
Let's do the top 3 tips. Professionalism,
Adaptism. You have to adapt.
Adaptability.
Yeah, adaptability. Yeah, adaptism is not even a word.
Adaptism is
Okay.
But we're gonna make it a word. Okay.
Okay, خلاص, yeah.
So adaptism, and the first one is professionalism, and third one.
Well, professionalism counts, being on time and all of that.
Yes.
صح? Okay. I'd say the third one is have fun. Be loose. It's okay. It's all right if things aren't going your way, which I had a problem with in the beginning, but then I got to it. One who would tell me, it's okay, this thing's out of control, don't. I'm like, yeah, I can't, why the hell am I even worried about this, you know?
Yeah.
You take on a job, you're there, have fun, really. Be professional about it, but like, anjad, have fun, let loose, it's
And
okay.
also remember what got you here. Like, remember the reason you're here is because you thought it was fun in the first place,
Yes.
right?
Yani being humble as well, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, and so
Appreciate.
in terms of also like you got into the space of you wanting to make content because you thought it was fun. So
Yes.
here you are, kind of.
Your fun is being...
It's just expanding.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So it's very important, to be loose, have fun, and relax.
Amazing. Okay, so those are the top 3. And then let's go back into constructive criticism a little bit. I can't say criticism. Constructive criticism, it is hard when you are giving your best and you are vulnerable and you are in front of a camera and somebody says, not that great. Or like someone gives you, yeah, but can you change it a little bit? How do you react to that? Do you let your emotions take over? Is it?
It's not you they're speaking to.
Okay.
It's what they want to see, right? It's not you. They have nothing against you personally. They're gonna, and sometimes it's also the way they deliver the message. So if it's like that, like, it wasn't that good. Can you do it again? Whatever. Like very dismissive and stuff. That behavior might affect you. And why are they talking to me this way?
Exactly. Yeah.
But I always have it in my head. They're not talking to me. They're talking to the character. They don't want the character to be like that.
But also
That's how I
because you
always do
said, sorry to interrupt that,
Yeah, of
because you were
course.
saying there's different kinds of directors, for example. So different ways of people talking to you.
Yeah.
How
you,
do you-
can't let it get to you. It's you're on a job. It's like your boss. You might not like your boss, but you still have to get the work done.
Yeah.
And for me, I like to strive and no, wait. I'm gonna make this boss like me.
Yeah.
This is where I come
I'm
in.
similar. I'm the same. Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure I give him or her what they want. I'm okay with construction criticism, constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It's not something I take very personally. بالعكس, it's feedback for me.
Amazing. Were you always like that?
Yeah, always. I never.
Okay.
I was never like, oh my God, he said this to me.
Sensitive.
No. I was always chill about everything.
Okay. What is one piece of advice somebody's given you about this industry that how you've taken to heart, like that you've actually taken with you? Is there someone has ever?
Wallah, I
said to you
think
something?
it's yet to come to me.
Maybe
For
you'll be
sure.
the one who's.
Yeah, giving that advice out. But I haven't heard anybody in this industry really give me any very good advice that changed or I always think about anything. It's kind of myself giving me myself.
Because
the
I was
advice.
gonna ask the reason why I ask that, because it's really hard to navigate an industry like the media industry, the content creation industry, without having like a good head on your shoulders or relying on your own gut
Yeah.
feeling
Yeah.
and your own sense of like intuition. How do you rely on that? Like, are you religious? Are you like what, or is it just a kind of a mental kind of practice for you, or how do you kind of navigate it?
I definitely think it's that mental practice, and I'm just in love with being ethical. Like I'm just an ethics guy, like, you know. And actually, it brings me back. One who definitely is one of the people that gave me a lot of direction,
Okay.
because he was in this industry. He's been in this industry for 20 years now.
Wow.
And when I was in London, I was watching him on TV. I didn't even know him.
What was he doing? He was an actor?
He did a few TV shows, especially Saq al Bamboo, and he's a presenter, he's a comedian, stand-up comedian. He's done a lot of stuff.
Okay.
A lot of things. And I knew who he was long time before I even met him. So when I was on the show with him, a lot of the times I would just stand there and look and like, I can't believe this is going on right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's for me, I always appreciate those every single moment. I'm that guy. I'm that guy who will sit there and be like, Wallah, look at the ocean. Wallah,
Okay.
look at the skies.
Yeah.
Look at everything, you know. But he's definitely a guy who navigated me a lot, especially on the show, when things just weren't going the way they should be going, or like small stupid mistakes from the organization side. But
What
he's
did
just
he
a
say?
guy.
Was it just his way? Was it just his? I mean,
Definitely his way.
Yeah.
He'll tell me, here's what I would do.
Okay.
And this is something I always was like, wow. Okay, so he's not telling me what to do. He's telling me, okay, if I was in your place, here's what I would do. And he'd say what he would do. And I'd sit there and think about it, like, okay, cool. I think he's right. Yani one of the times, مثلا, one of the very closest people to us, they dropped him. He left. He's terminated from the show.
Oh, okay. They
Not let
go.
He's one of the guys who lost, who they terminated him. I was very sad. I was actually very emotional about it. How could they let him go? So I think it was the TV, the SPC channel's producer, the top woman. And she was just standing there and I was like, why would you do this? And she's like, نحن ما بنعمل هن بيعملوا كذا. I'm like, hey, بس يعني, come on, I know you guys did this.
Yeah.
And she's like, خلاص طب يعني هيك هذا الشو كذا كذا. So later I was in the car and I was like, wait, did I say anything wrong? And he said, here's what I would do, Basel. I'd go to her and I'd tell her that I didn't mean anything by what I said. I was just very emotional. I'm like, okay. And literally as soon as I got out of the car, I ran into the cafeteria to find her, to tell her that.
Because he didn't say what you did was wrong. He didn't say.
No, that's the thing. He has a way of like navigating your everything, right? And it's like, okay, cool. Yeah, I want to be like you in certain ways, so I'm gonna go do what you would do.
Whoa, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I love that. Okay, great. I want to ask one more question actually about the way you write. So the skits that you have right now on Instagram, they're very, they're very unique.
I know, weird, very weird.
They're a little bit like, I think I'm watching something and it just goes like left field. I'm like, okay, that's not what I expected.
Yeah.
What is the first thing you think of when you want to write a skit? Is it a topic? Is it
exactly
a topic
or character?
Or a character?
Literally, what I feel like, I feel like being a policeman. I haven't been a policeman in a while. So خلاص, my head is as a policeman, right? Yeah, I want to be a doctor. I feel like I should make some doctor joke or something. I'd be a doctor and I'd write around that.
Yeah.
But it's definitely always the characters before anything else.
And do you have a set list of characters, or is it just whatever you feel like like this policeman character, for example, is he someone that that you've created over the past couple of years, or is it just a different policeman every time?
It's a different policeman every time. It's not the same. It's not the same guy with the same demeanor every time, right? It's not the same doctor every time. It's not. It's just different demeanors for different things. So, for example, one of the cop skits, I realized, okay, sure, I'm gonna hold my vest like this. That's what they do, right? They just hold their vests. So it's just like certain different actions, or my voice. I would change a bit of my voice. Make it a little bit like this.
Yeah.
You know? This is like, this is a gangster voice. I would sit there, okay, I'm writing about a gangster. How do I make him sound very like gangster? But what he's saying is silly.
Yeah.
So, I'd come up with this voice, like that.
Yeah.
So it's just that.
Yeah.
It's just things that I create while I'm going, or when I'm driving, something would come to my head, I'd record it like.
You start talking.
This is how it is, do it this, do it like that. It's a process. It's really a process.
I was gonna how long does it take to make one video?
To make one video, if the script is done, well, with the script.
With the script.
No,
because it comes from an idea.
Because the script is like over days, or it can be written in half an hour, or it's like I write it and I come back to it, or something I wrote and I forgot about. So I can never really like tell how long. But doing a video itself, it takes about maximum with filming and editing 1 to 3 hours, depending how complex the video is. I definitely used to do much more complex stuff with time machines and effects and things like that. Then I realized, okay, there's a lot of work for no reason. I think we can make it simple.
How hard is it to do? You know how you do like sometimes 3 characters, which are all you? How do you, that's really hard.
The key is the green screen.
Okay. You have a green screen at home?
Yeah, I have a personalized green screen. It's like a curtain I pull down.
Okay.
Yeah, literally, it's a curtain I pull down. Next to it, عندي الأطقم اللي فيه كل الcostumes.
أيوة. Very good. Okay, so you have your own like production set at home.
Yeah, my lights and everything. Yeah. Lapel mic, and it's not like the best equipment, but it gets the job done.
Yeah.
And I learned editing by myself through YouTube.
I was gonna say YouTube tutorials underrated.
I don't know why I ever went to uni. Like you can learn everything on YouTube now.
I wish I had YouTube back in the day.
You can get a whole degree on YouTube.
You can literally have a whole tutorial of how to make films on YouTube.
Yeah, everything. Films, you want to make food?
Yeah.
You want to boil water?
Boil an egg.
Yeah, no, everything you want, you just go YouTube. You find it
yeah.
there. So
Amazing.
I was definitely YouTube helped a lot with everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes about 1 to 3 hours
Okay.
to finalize and finish it all, and then
Yeah.
send it to a couple friends or family. Say, what do you think? Take their reactions.
Do you read comments?
I read comments. I do.
Okay.
I just don't let the good or the bad ones really affect me. But I read them. I like to know what people think.
Okay, good.
Because
yeah.
if there's certain things that people liked in this video, I can take that and use it again.
Yeah, because sometimes they actually give you good feedback. Like there are some good people out there.
Yes, exactly. And yeah, if I see the laughing faces, I'm glad people are laughing. And
Yeah.
for someone to go on your video, comment and put laughing faces, someone.
Someone-
I'm not a commenter. I comment
Yeah.
only to support people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I put fire, 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 clap, 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 heart. But I don't go and write comments like.
That means you affected somebody.
Yeah. So if
So-
they have time to get on, do that, I'll be like, okay, cool.
Cool.
And it's working. It's good.
You did your job.
Yeah.
So what's next for you? What do you think? What do you want to do next in terms of acting, in terms of content? Do you have a plan for yourself?
Yeah,
or
I
feel
do.
like-
I've scripted 2 very short movies, and I think I can do a bit more. I want to
Okay.
do short movies
Okay.
and do like a premiere here.
So like a short film, like
Like a
that you
short
could
film,
put in
very
festival.
short, 10, yeah, exactly, 10, 15-minute films. I always love the idea of showing something that's metaphorical to something else.
Okay, let's wrap this up
Mhm.
by a piece of advice you would give people not who want to become actors, people who want to be creative and how to trust themselves in the creative industry. Because I think that's a hard one.
All of this without consistency and discipline is garbage. You can't do any of it without being consistent
Yeah.
and discipline. And for you to be consistent, that means you believe in what you're doing, right? Because that's why you'll be consistent. And without discipline, you won't have the right navigation towards the right timeline. Everything will get jumbled up
Yeah.
because you're not disciplined. مثلا you're doing I'll leave it till next week. I'll do this whenever I can do that, or I have to do this first. So you need to be disciplined in the way your behaviors are, what you're doing, how you're giving time to your creative part, because maybe you have another job, maybe you have something else to do. So obviously timing and time managing is very important, and that comes with discipline. To trust yourself, if you don't trust yourself, why are you doing something you don't trust yourself in doing?
Yeah.
Right? You're good at something.
Yeah.
All of us, every human being right now is good at something. Very good at it.
But
So-
I guess to know what you're good at, I think that's a tricky one, right?
Yeah, you gotta try
Yeah.
different things. Obviously, that you get a calling,
Mm-hmm.
But like if you're not, you definitely know.
Yeah.
So if you're not comfortable where you are, you just already
Yeah.
know this is not for me.
It's not for me.
That's what you go off of. This is not for me. I need to make a change. What change do I need to make? So now you're an internal investigation with yourself.
Yeah.
So once you find something you're really good at and you love, there's no way you don't trust yourself doing it. It just comes
Because
with
either
it.
way, you're gonna want to do it. So
Yeah.
even if you're not good at it, you still want to do it.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly. So that's
Yeah.
how I think I can answer this question.
Okay. Wait. I have one more question, and then
Of
we're
course,
gonna read.
of course.
So, people who want to make a living doing what you're doing, we know
Mm.
that it's difficult. People who work 9 to 5, yet they
Mm.
want to be in the creative industry. What would you tell people who want to do, something creative, but they don't have the means to do so? So should they keep their job, or should they?
Of course. Yeah, of course. Don't leave your job until you have something else that's secured. Income is very important.
Yeah.
Your lifestyle is very important.
But then when you started doing how did you navigate that? Did you start
I
like
sacrificed.
yeah?
I didn't chill. I didn't go out. I would go to work, then go to school, or مثلا on the weekends, خلاص, my weekends are for filming. I would work some weekends, so I'd go ما في عندي school, work, come back home, film the videos. I was very disciplined in what I need to do.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm gonna keep going. I'm
What
just
was-
not gonna stop.
What was your job? Did you have you said you were because
Yeah.
you were in Abu Dhabi, right?
Yeah.
After school, were you working while you were in
So
school?
I went to university in Scotland.
Oh.
I went to school here, finished
Okay.
high school, went to Scotland, did university there, then moved to London. And I worked at a restaurant, actually. At the beginning, there was no way I could have done any of that I would have done, because I was working long hours, overtime, and I really wanted to learn the business.
Yeah.
And my manager was just the best human being I've ever met in my life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was
Without
encouraging.
him being in London all alone, it was so bad.
Yeah.
But he really took me in. Like he kind of adopted me, wallah yani.
Really?
And he taught me everything he knows, because he knew I was hungry to learn. So I got to a position where I was his assistant. Then I had more time.
How long did it take you to transition out of working in terms of like trying to make a living all the time, and then going into having brand deals and brand collabs? Because that's like
Yeah.
a big difference in your life, right?
But of course, alhamdulillah, I was smart enough when I was young that I made good investments.
Okay, good.
So I have passive income.
What did you do? Can I ask?
Okay. I invested in a couple things in Canada and America. I can't say the America stuff.
Okay, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah,
but I'm
because
just curious.
Imagination can do the work, yani, in what I invested in. But and then I have a company. We have a company, me and my two best friends.
What's a company?
It's an investment fund. It's an investment managing fund. And it has to do, it's an AI that we made.
Okay.
Inshallah, halla soon it's gonna boom. So that also has.
You must be tired. There's a lot of work.
Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
I like to be tired and busy rather than chilling and doing nothing.
Yeah,
I don't have these things where, it's a weekend. I don't have that.
Really?
No.
So
I
just
don't have
working,
that.
work.
Yeah, and the work, like, okay, مثلا عندي beach, عندي the gym, عندي going out شوي هيك, but I don't have this like, I'm gonna chill. I'll do that when I'm 55, 60, inshallah, I'll chill.
Yeah.
But now let me work as much as, I'm in my prime time, yani. Let me use it, صح?
Are you in your 30s?
I'm 30, exactly.
Mabruk.
It's time. Allah barak fiki. The big 3-0, yeah. The big 3-0,
Congratulations.
yeah, no, thank you very much.
So amazing. Thank you so much, Basel.
My pleasure.
This has been amazing. I hope it helps any creatives out there. And I feel like, anyone who wants to be in the same footsteps as you, doing something creative, going to the tough world of acting, I'm sure this is going to be helpful for them. So
Allah,
thank you so
for
much.
having me. This was so lovely and smooth, and I really had a good time.
If you like this video, like, share, and subscribe, or just say hello in the comments. And we'll see you on the next one.